Good morning, students. Today we are beginning first chapter in economics, the story of village Palampur. Palampur is a hypothetical village. It means that it is an imaginary village. There is no existence of any such village in our country, but it represents a typical village of Uttar Pradesh. In this village, farming is the main economic activity. Most of the people living in this village are the farmers. And why this story has been introduced here in the economics? With the help of this story, basic concept of productions have been introduced. Means what all things are required to produce, that have been explained with the story of Palampur. The village also has several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. Palampur is fairly connected with a well developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, schools and health center. Now see, what is the benefit of this? Because it is well connected with the roads and transport, so the farmers of this village are able to sell their products in the nearby village. Due to electricity, they are able to run their tube wells and they can irrigate their fields. So all these things are connected to the productions. Without these basic infrastructure, production cannot take place. The story of Palampur takes us through the different types of production activities in the village. Now, moving to the next, organization of production. Now, what is production? You know that we require number of things in our life, in our day-to-day life. We require number of things. We require a mobile to talk. We require a pen to write. We require a vehicle to move. So, what all these things are? All these things are goods. You require that somebody has to prepare lesson for you. You require the telecom companies give you facility to talk to anyone. What these things are? These are the services. And what is production? Production is the organized activity which transform resources into goods and services. So what is the aim of the production? Aim of the production is to produce goods and services. And what are the basic requirements to produce a thing? The basic requirement to produce a thing are land, labor, physical capital and human capital. Let's discuss about these requirements in details. These requirements also known as the factors of production. So first requirement to produce anything is the land. We can't imagine to produce anything without land. Land also provides us water, forest, mineral and so many other natural resources which are most essential to produce goods and services. Then we require labor, means we require some people who can do the work in the production. These people might be of two types. They might be skilled or unskilled. Who are skilled? Skilled are those who are very well educated. For example, the production manager is a kind of skilled labor. Unskilled labor. Who are these unskilled labor? Those people who have to do the manual work. For example, they are doing the work of loading and unloading things. So, production requires skilled as well as unskilled labor. Next requirement of the production is physical capital. Now see, whenever we think about production, we will require tools, machinery, building, land. From where all these things will come? These things are available only with the money. So means we require investment, we require money, and this is what is the physical capital. Without this investment, without money, production cannot take place, because money only provides all the inputs which are required to produce anything. And last of all, we require human capital. What does it mean? Means we require one entrepreneur who can put land, labor and physical capital together and produce the things. For example, when you talk about Ambani's, what they are? That is actually the human capital. They have put the other factors together to produce the goods and services. This, moving to the next, types of physical capital. Now, in the place of saying physical capital, we will only use the word capital. This capital can be of two types: fixed capital and working capital. Now, what is fixed capital? Fixed capital is that capital which we are investing at one time and that is used for years and years. For example, tools, machines, buildings. Means suppose a farmer, so every time he is going to plow the field, he will not go to purchase a plow. So these things can be used again and again. So this type of capital is known as the fixed capital. But some of the things we require at every stage of production. For example, raw material. Every time we produce a thing, we require a raw material. Now, what is raw material? For example, cotton is the raw material for cotton textile. So, every time we are purchasing cotton, means we have to spend money for that. So, means at every stage of production, we have to spend money, and that is what we call the working capital. Okay, so capital may be of two types: fixed capital and working capital. Thank you. Rest of the things we will study tomorrow.